It is 8 o'clock at night. I have hair stuck in my contact. I've been up since 5 a.m. I worked 2 shifts today at my stupid job. I just wrote a paper that I forgot about. I want to die. Hey everyone, it's Carly and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a March wrap-up video, or the books that I read in March, and I've been waiting to do this since the beginning of March. I kid you not. I knew this was going to be a good reading month, and I was right. And I have 9 books in total to show you guys. I tried to make it to 10, but I kept DNFing books and I kept moving along. I just felt good, you know? I just didn't want to worry about it, so I kept DNFing, kept moving on, kept reading books. Sadly didn't make it to 10, but next month I'm pretty sure I'll have more than 10, or at least I hope so. But yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys all of the 9 books that I read. This looks like a gigantic stack, but I swear it's not that intimidating. So if you want to hear my thoughts on all the books that I read this month, just keep on watching. So the first book that I read this month in March was Snack Girl Volume 1 by Brian Lee O'Malley. This is my first graphic novel that I ever read and decided to pick up. It's basically about a girl named Lottie, and she is basically Snack Girl. This is basically about her. She is like a fashion designer that lives in LA and goes to all these LA parties, has a bunch of like fake friends, I guess you could say. It's kind of like the reality of like friendships and stuff in LA. And she meets this girl named Caroline and things happen. It's not romantic, but it's just kind of like a shocker. But I'm not going to go into it because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. But basically, Lottie and Caroline are like the 2 main characters. Both so cute. I enjoy it. Also very confused about this graphic novel because I don't really understand it, but I have volume 2 to read coming up, so maybe that'll help me understand it and continue on with the series, because I would like to continue on and finish these volumes because that'd be pretty cool. So I also gave this a star rating, which I will have on the screen here. I think I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, but again, I will have it up on the screen. But I think this is actually no, I think I gave it a 4.5 star. And because I was confused at parts, but I really enjoyed it, and it's really pretty on the inside. Like, ugh, Lottie is like my spirit animal. She's so cute. I love her. The next book that I read this month was Stolen by Lucy Christopher. Yes, guys, I finally reread this. If you guys have been around for a while, like my first videos, that I said I would read books, but I never did. I said I wanted to reread Stolen by Lucy Christopher, which was a book that I read freshman year of high school, and I'm now a freshman in my 2nd semester of college, and I wanted to see if my feelings were still the same. So basically, it's about a girl named Gemma, and she is in an airport going on vacation with her family, I'm pretty sure, and she ends up getting kidnapped by this guy named Ty, and he takes her to an Australian desert, and they kind of just learn to live together. And I'm not really ruining it because it's kind of just stated basically anyway, but there's just things that happen, and I always feel like there was some sort of like sexual connection between them, and after rereading this, I still feel the same way, honestly. And I didn't enjoy it as much as my freshman year. I wasn't as captivated by it as I was freshman year, but I still did enjoy it. I kind of was just trying to finish it towards the end because I was getting bored, because I knew what happened, but I also kind of forgot. So it was kind of a good refresher with rereading this. So it was really fun. It was a definitely different thing for me to do, but I definitely would like to reread books more often, especially ones that I, really loved. So I think I gave this maybe a 3.5 or 4 out of 5 stars. I'm not too sure. Again, I'll have the rating up on the screen. The next book that I read this month was another graphic novel, and that is Wet Moon by Sophie Campbell. This is volume 1, and I just love how pretty this looks, and the inside is all black and white. And okay, so basically this is like very confusing. I don't really know how to explain the synopsis of the stories. It's just very confusing, and it's very gothic and grungy and Y2K. It's really cute. I feel like it doesn't really have a background story. It's just kind of about this girl's life. She moves into a new apartment and she has like a bunch of friends, so it's like very friend tropey. She has a lot of insecurities with her stomach, and I feel like there's eating disorders involved in this story, but I could be just overthinking it, but I'm not too sure. It's what I took from it. And I thought it was cute. I think I gave it like a 3 out of 5 stars, maybe even 4. I don't really know. I liked the drawings and all that, but like the story wise I was very lost and confused. So I picked up volume 2 just to see if I would, maybe figure out more information about this. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. Next book is a book that was my first 5 out of 5 star rating book for this year, and that is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And you guys, I did a book review on this. If you haven't seen it, I will link it up in the cards, down in the description, wherever. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 star rating, and this is my first 5-star book of the year, and that's really surprising because it's my first classic, so I mean that says something, I guess. But I also did a review for this book, so if you want to go see it, I'll link it up in the cards and you guys can go watch it. But I basically went onto a rant, and it was a spoiler review, so if you want to know what this is about, go watch it, I guess. But if you don't, then I wouldn't watch the review because it's gonna give spoilers away about the entire book basically. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's about a guy, Nick. It's about a guy named Nick. He's basically a narrator, and it's about his life and how he lives next to the Great Gatsby, and he's obsessed with his house, obsessed with him, and like finding out who he is basically. And like there's so many things involved, it's just I can't even give a synopsis about it. You just have to go read it and just go into it very unknown, which is what I did. And then I started to figure out everything one by one. I was like, oh shit, okay. Next is another book that I have been meaning to read for over a year now. If you guys watched my March video, it was a video where I went back and looked at my March TBR from 2018, and I wanted to react and see if I read any of those books. And one of those books that I didn't read was All the Bright Places by Jennifer, I think it's Niven. I don't know. It's Niven, I don't know. But I never read it. But guess what? I finally read it. Yes! Oh my god, I love this book. I think I gave this a 5-star rating. I'm not even joking. This book tore me to shreds. I also did a 24-hour readathon when I was reading this and The Great Gatsby. So if you guys want to go see that, again, I'll link all these videos I'm talking about up in the cards somewhere. And again, I love this book so much, and the only thing I can say is that it will literally just crush your heart. And I don't want to give it away, even because I already did that and I ruined it for my friend, even though she's gonna read it still. But you know, it's basically about a guy and a girl. Her name is Finch, or her name is Violet, and his name is Finch. And well, Theodore, but he goes by Finch. But they're like at the bell tower at their school, and they're about to commit suicide, or at least they're thinking of jumping, and they kind of just stop each other. And Finch is my favorite character. He deserves the absolute world, and I love him so much. I can't. His witty humor is just amazing, and I just love his jokes, and just how he comes off as a person was just really bubbly, and he just deserves so much better. And so did Violet, you know, they both did. And I don't want to ruin anything more, but you know, I love this book. I even annotated it in a little bit, but tore me to shreds. Next book is a book that has been kind of on my anticipation reading list, I guess you could say, and I checked this out from my library, so you know, shout out to my library, your local libraries. Actually, we do have some good books. That is Heretic Anonymous by, I think it's Katie Henry, yeah. This is her debut novel, so it's like her first novel that she's ever wrote, and I thought that was pretty cool because I never knew that. So I went into this knowing it was a really funny book, and that's basically it, that it was about a Catholic school and a kid that was like an atheist going to a Catholic school. So I went into it not knowing what actually was going to come out of it, and this took me like not even a few days to read. I think I might even give this a 5-star rating or even a 4.5, but I don't know. This is a really good book. I still remember this book. I still giggled over it. Like I actually laughed out loud giggling at this. Like I don't really do that to many books, but that was one of them. Same with All the Bright Places. Like I just enjoyed this book. It was definitely a lot different than what I was expecting, but it was a good different, you know. It's about a kid named Michael, and he's an atheist, and he's going to a Catholic school, and he meets like a group of friends, and it's a big friendship trope group, if you guys like tropes about friends and stuff like that. But it's really good. There's romance involved, which I was really surprised about, but I'm choking on all the dust that are on these books from my shelves. Yeah, it's a really good book. I highly suggest you read this if you haven't. I know this is out like maybe 2 years ago or a year ago, and I'm very late to reading it, but I'm glad I waited, and I'm glad I was able to pick it up and read it because this is such a good book. Next is another graphic novel. I know I was killing with all these graphic novels this month, man. Saga Volume 1 by Brian K. Vaughan. So the only reason I picked this up was because of Boston Books. Oh, God, I fucking suck at YouTube book names. Boston, y'all know Boston. Like if you don't, then where are you? But I'm gonna leave her channel down below because she's the cutest little fucking bean ever. I love her videos, they make me so happy. But she's the one that got me into Saga, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. So I picked up Saga, I read it, I was like, huh, what is this? I was very confused. I think I'm gonna give it a 3.5 star. 3-star rating, I'm not too sure, but it definitely was one of my least favorite novels that I read this month. But I picked up volume 2 just to give it another try, and I know I can get volume 3 and 4 like on Goodwill books or something like that for really cheap. And so I'm definitely going to continue to read it. It's just very out of my element, my comfort zone of what I read. It's very sci-fi, and I knew that kind of going into it, but I still just wanted to pick it up anyway because it seemed really, really good. And I gotta say, the pictures are amazing. It is very violent and graphic, and I liked it. I thought it was cute, and you know, I love these two. I forget their names right now, but I love them. They're so cute. This is about basically two people that are like supposed to be like against each other, but they like fall in love and they have a baby, and it's basically about the kid. Again, forget their name, but it's basically about their life and then trying to save her life to get off their bad planet. Basically, that's what I took from it. And now on to the last two books. So these are gonna be some problematic, conflicting books, and I know that for a fact because that's just the kind of series it is. And I did a readathon for these books, so if you want to go see it, I'll link it up in the cards as well. I read After and After We Collided by Anna Todd, book 1 and book 2. I already read these before. These were a reread for me. Did I enjoy it? Questionable. Everyone knows that I loved After 1. After 1? What the fuck am I saying? The first book to the After series. And, you know, it still stands, but honestly, I'm like so sick of these books right now. Like, I definitely needed that reread to kick me out of, oh my god, I love this book. But no, I'm kind of over it. I gave it a 5-star rating, but you know, it was in the moment, and it's the ending that always makes me give it a 5-star rating. It's just, that's it. And the sex scenes. That's like really it. That's it. It's just entertainment. I really don't even care. I know these books are shitty and they're really problematic, but I just find them stupidly entertaining. They're like soap operas, kind of, you know? And then book number 2 is my least favorite of the series. I've only read the first 2 books because I never got to the second one, or the third one. So I gave this like a 2-star rating, and I think when I first read it I gave it like a 3, but it went down some more because this, oh my god, eye twitch is correct. This took me forever to read, and I only finished it with audiobooks. Again, I went into depth more about these my After readathon, and if you want to go see that, I'll link it up in the cards like I said like 1,000 times already. But yeah, I really do hate this book. I almost DNF'd it. I just needed to finish it for the readathon video, so yeah, I will never reread this book again. I should have made myself not reread it. Also, these books are basically smutty romance books about Harry Styles, so you should know. If you know, you know. Yeah. Alright, boys and girls, that wraps up my March wrap-up for 2019! Ugh, I'm so pleased with all the books that I read. Even though half of them were graphic novels, I still count that. Goodreads still counts it. Counts towards my goal. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will definitely have more wrap-ups coming up because I will have a really good reading month for this April. I'm already gonna say it now because we're gonna have a good reading month. You and me, we're gonna have a good reading month. I need to go to bed. I'm sleep deprived and delirious. So, that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a big like, subscribe down below to join the family, and I will see you on my next video. Bye bye.